Now I want to keep riding the short bus with all the Halloween Ends defenders going. When they get backed into a corner, what they try to do is try to point out parts of Halloween Kills that they say, is so much worse than Halloween Ends, when Halloween Kills is 10,000 times better than Halloween Ends will ever be. Now the big ones they try to come up with, and boy, these people are real thinkers. The first thing that comes up is the flashback scene. Now, these fucking morons can't appreciate that short flashback scene is better than every movie we got after 1981. So from 1982 all the way up to 2018, that flashback scene is better than everything we got in between then. Okay? So what was that? 9 movies, was it? Because we're up to 13. All right, no, yeah, 8. 8 movies. So probably between 14 and 16 hours of film, a 10-minute flashback is better than all of that. But nope. We're gonna complain about something here. We got the perfect setting in 78, perfect mask, guy doing Michael brilliantly. Everything's fucking great. And you know what happens when they do everything really well in a Halloween? Morons come out and start complaining that know fucking nothing about the franchise. So what do we get? How stupid was that for Hawkins to shoot his partner? How? I don't even know how you come up with this fucking hypothesis. Hawkins' partner is being strangled to death by a fucking psychopath. You have your gun drawn. Michael doesn't give a shit that you have your gun drawn. He doesn't care that you're a cop. He doesn't care that he's killing a cop. If you stand there and do nothing, your partner's going to die. Michael will strangle him to death. So either you take a shot, which he did, or you stand there, much like most of the people who would defend Ends would do, because they're spineless social justice warrior morons. You would stand there and let this guy get strangled to death in front of you because you were too big of a pussy to do anything about it. Hawkins is a new cop. Now, I know all you people, that play video games think that shooting a gun is just like the video game. You always hit what you're shooting at, no matter if they're running, no matter what stresses you're under, no matter what kind of gun it is. But yeah, in real life, which you know nothing about, that doesn't happen. He's under heavy duress. He's watching his partner get strangled to death by a lunatic in a mask, and there's nothing he can do. So he shoots. Now, could it have been a better shot? I don't know. I don't know how you're going to hit Michael. There's really nothing to aim at. Michael has his partner right in front of him. So maybe in your opinion, just stand there and let him strangle him. I don't know what the fuck that accomplishes, but I don't know what anything you people say accomplishes. You're so fucking dumb. And then we're going to move well into Kills, because I love this. This is one of the things that people always bring up. Now, when they go first looking for Michael, the young girl, the black nurse there, says that she handled a gun once. So what does that mean? So all of a sudden, because she said she did handle a gun once in her life, she's what, John Wick? You don't even know what kind of gun. Was she on her grandfather's farm shooting off the 1950 shotgun? Was it a 22, a 38, a 9mm, a single shot rifle? They don't say. It just says that she once shot a gun. Now, the gun she gets handed in that movie is way too big for a woman that size. But none of you jackasses know that, because most of you never fired a gun. So, when she gets out of the car and starts shooting back at Michael, I'm surprised she even hits the car. And you would know this if you knew anything about guns and the caliber of gun she's firing. That gun would have so much blowback on a 100-pound woman in those tiny wrists with almost no muscle in her arm. That thing would just keep shooting up into the air. And then, Michael kicking the door and the gun in her hand firing and hitting her. Why people think this is such an outrageous thing is so beyond me. Just Do yourself a favor. Google people accidentally shooting themselves with handguns. 2019, we had 486 of them in the United States alone, okay? Now, some of these people probably were like you and didn't understand that when you pull a trigger, a bullet comes out, because most of you, if you're defending Ends and Jamie Lee Curtis, are far left idiots. But some of these people, probably a good deal of them, knew a lot about guns, but still had accidents, because that's what happens if you don't follow all the rules of firing a gun. You have the gun pointed and your hand is on the trigger and someone hits you and jerks your hand a certain way, guess what? The gun will fire. So how you pull this 2-second scene out of a girl shooting herself and then defending a whole 90-minute movie of utter bullshit is beyond me. But keep going down this road. Just stay on this stupid bus. Stay on the track. Your short bus is just barreling down the road at 120 miles an hour. And you and all your crayon-eating friends are just going to stay on this bus until it plummets right off a cliff, which it does in Halloween Ends. But you don't see it because you are the smartest people in the room, and you are just going to keep explaining to us why this is the good Halloween film. Well, sir, you just keep on doing that, okay? Because nobody gives a shit. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Then we get Michael is now some sort of superhero. He's just killing everything in his sight, and he can't be stopped, and this isn't good, and this isn't what Michael Myers is, and all this other crap, which again proves you just have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Michael breaking out on that night, just about every person he's run into has tried to kill him, so you already have a guy who's completely full of inhuman rage. Now he's been lit on fire, he's been shot, he's been run over, so you think that rage might have been, ratcheted up even a little more? Maybe it doesn't even have to be. Maybe he's just so goddamn evil, it doesn't matter. But when he walks out and starts killing all the firemen, what did you want to happen there? Did you want Michael to walk out of the house and just wave to the firemen and say good job and then go about his day? I don't even understand, so should the firemen have taken him down? Because you do realize firemen are wearing 40 to 60 pounds of equipment to go into a burning house. So you got that on them. They're not used to hand-to-hand combat. That's not their job. This isn't the military or the police. Who the hell runs into something like this while you're putting out a fire? Michael does what Michael does. He kills everybody in front of him. I'm sorry. This idea where Michael should just break out and just stand in a bush and just look at people, or just hide in a closet for the whole movie, leering at people. Where do you get that? Does that happen in 78? Yep, because it makes the movie creepier. But when you hear Loomis talk about Michael, does he ever say, I watched him for years, and he waited for this night, just this night, to break out so he could stand outside your window and look at you? Yep. I think that's what he said, wasn't it? No. He said he was going to stand in the bushes across the street and just watch people as they go trick-or-treating. I think that's what it was, wasn't it? I thought that's what it was. No, what it was it was this guy who he couldn't reach, who he came to believe was one of the most evil beings he had ever bumped into on the face of Earth, and he knew if he ever got out, the shit that this guy would do to other human beings had Loomis scared shitless. A professional psychiatrist who's been dealing with this his whole life, dealing with people like Michael his whole life. But Michael, for some reason, scared the shit out of him. So this idea that Michael should just be walking around, looking at someone, then disappearing, and then leaving everyone alone so he can just, gawk at some other people across the street. It's utter bullshit. And the people in kills just keep coming to Michael. That's why there's so many people dying. If these people didn't try to be heroes, I don't blame them for doing it. I'd want the guy dead too. But You're not equipped to take this guy down. The funny part is, the most hated character, Karen, in the movie, is the only one who makes any sense. Stay the hell away from him. Do not chase this guy around, because every time you do something to try and stop him, people die. And they just keep doing it. And somehow you keep complaining about this. It makes no fucking sense. The name of the movie is Kills. This is Michael's movie. Now, the part I'm surprised you don't all love seeing your love ends is, Jamie Lee Curtis, waxing poetic in the goddamn hospital. That's more of your bullshit from Ends. Go watch that if just speed through all the Michael Myers kills, because, yous are the group that want Halloween movies without Michael Myers. So just hit fast forward on all the scenes with Michael, and then just watch Jamie Lee Curtis run her fucking ignoramus mouth inside the hospital, okay? That'll be good for you, wouldn't it? Now to end this edition of useful idiots defending Halloween Ends, the last thing I want to hear from, fans of Halloween just want to see the same movie over and over and over again. Well, let me enlighten you on something here, dipshit. That's what sequels are. You see, the most successful movies in all franchises, people want to watch the story continue. Now, when you have a movie like Halloween Ends, you might have destroyed the franchise, because nobody wants to see that shit continued. The town douchebag running around, acting like a complete fucking schmuck, bursting into tears, and then somehow overpowers the shape, just goes on a killing spree, whatever. Michael's transferring evil, Michael's reading minds, whatever, what the fuck, just throw in whatever the fuck comes to mind. No, Halloween fans do not want to watch the same movie over and over. Sometimes we do. I've watched the 78 movie probably 300 times. I've watched 2018 40, 50. I've watched Kills probably 60. What I won't watch is 5, 4, Halloween 6, Rob Zombie, H2, Resurrection, if you want to fucking Clockwork Orange me, put on Halloween Ends. Because after 1 or 2 fucking views of that absolute abortion, I'd fucking do anything you want just to get it to shut off, because that's how bad that is. No, we do not want to watch the same thing over and over. But what we do want to watch is the franchise's foundational character in the fucking movie doing what we have come to know he does. That is, go after, stalk, and kill people in heinous, sometimes hilarious ways, and then make up all this weird shit that he likes to see on Halloween. Imagine that, huh? Michael's gonna kill people on Halloween, then dress them up, or fucking cut their face up into a pumpkin, or, stick a light bulb through someone's neck, or just for shits and giggles, beat the ever-loving fuck out of someone's boyfriend right in front of him just to snap his neck 30 seconds later. Yeah, that's what we want to see. What we don't want to see is a fucking senior citizen Hallmark movie tied in with some fucked up teenage romance that makes absolutely no sense. And then, whoa, shit, right at the end, this movie's called Halloween. Throw a fucking completely useless Michael Myers in at the end to get beaten up by one of the Golden Girls. Take this movie and shove it right up your ass. Keep your mouth shut. You people know nothing about what the fuck you're talking about.